bizarre as we go along. And so it sort of moves into the outer realms of reality that I can't even conceive of. But I think we need to go back to the fundamental basic here, which is that this organization is a religious order. It's a disciplined religious order. It has its, to use a non-Scientological term, its penances, it has its rewards, it has its penalties as such. It's something in the operation of and the obedience and compliance that one has as a CIRC member is absolute. That is what we're here for, and that is why. It is based on our agreement with policy. And all the things that are done are based on policy. Some of it is CIRC policy that is privy only to CIRC members as to the reasons why and the motivations for. But I think we need to boil it down to something more fundamental here, which is that not only all CIRC members, but all Scientologists expect that CIRC members are a crew of tough sons of bitches, which we are. We'll go further, farther, longer, harder than anybody else. That's why we're in the CIRC. And people who can't cut it, they get out. People who can't cut it, no matter how tough he tried to make it seem he was, are people like Marty Rathbun, people like Amy Scobie, and people like Tom DeVos. But the bottom line common denominator of CIRC members who leave and then choose to be critical is they will real criminal, out of control sons of bitches when they were in, which is what these bastards were. Because there are people who leave the CIRC and carry on as Scientologists, and they go back to being public Scientologists, and they're just happy as clams in doing so. But the common denominator with these guys is that they were up to some real bad stuff. And unfortunately, as Monique alluded to early on in our conversation, they were things that some of them, particularly with relationship to Mike and Marty, are things that we can't talk about. And the thing that's so sick about this is that Marty knows we can't talk about them. And he knows we won't. But they cut right to the core of exactly why he was unceremoniously removed. Because let me tell you, I dealt with that guy. And when you talk to him again, you tell him that Tommy Davis said he is an outright coward. And that he made himself out like a tough guy, and he's a bastard and a coward. And a psychotic. Psychotic. That he would do this to his friends, the people that he worked with. Joe, look at me when I'm talking to you. The people that he worked with, like us, his friends who trusted him, who thought that he had our backs in the clutches when people were trying to destroy us, and he does this, he has no credibility. He's a bad man and he's psychotic. And you make sure that you tell him that I said he's psychotic. Because he is. Because only a psychotic would do what he's doing.